Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the ML Scholar and today I will be reviewing Wicca. Now, as you all know, Wicca is the new Forsaken monster that will be up and coming in the next maze, in the Wickah'S Lair maze, as soon as the Wildbird maze ends. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Now Wicca, I have been reading about Wicca and her story seems amazing, and I really love the little blobs of information that Social Point puts in the forums. If you want to go and check that out, Wicca's story, Wicca's like tale or legend as I call it, I'll link it down below, as well as I will also be putting links to the up and coming breeding event, the Eisul breeding event, and also my latest analyses on Wildbird as well. So let's jump into Wicca's analysis. Now the first thing I notice when I look at the life power and speed stat is that she has an amazing speed. That 3652 speed is really fast in terms of deniers, etc. Now a note to be taken in that in this is that Wicca is not a denier. Wicca is a support monster and a very powerful one at that. Now generally, in the new trend that we have observed in these kind of monsters is that they are very speedy, and Wicca is really very speedy as well, at a speed of 3652, which is really amazing. And life is pretty standard, 37,000 life, and the power is also good as well. 3509 is definitely not bad. And right off the bat, I also noticed the trait at rank 0. At rank 0, Wicca has the area dodge, one of the best skills that is available in the game, and it really avoids a lot of things. So yeah, this area dodge is really amazing, as well as added upon that area dodge is area immune to poison, so your entire team will be immune to poison, so that is a added bonus as well, and that makes it one of the better traits in the game. And then at rank 1, it has area enemies poison static caster, that is very good as well. Then at rank 3, she has stuff upon the area dodge. So at rank 3, you will have area dodge, area immune to poison, status caster, enemies poison, and at rank 3 you'll also have tough, and at rank 5 she will have true vision. So her trait is really good, and I really like about that. Now for the relics, she has trap and the staff relics, both very good. The trap relics, you could always run oblation traps, which I think suits monsters in the deny and the support categories very well, because traps like oblation trap drain stamina, and a lot of better traps are also available in the game right now. And as for the staff relics, they give you a lot of stamina and they are usually good for deniers, but staff relics I believe can be very useful in support monsters as well. So moving on, we have books. She is in the villains book, the undead book, and the female book, all three very loaded books with very good monsters, and I think each and every book she'll be a very good addition, and she is very usable. And I just took a very quick go through her skills, and the skills that in skills group 1 catch my attention are: it removes all of the negative status effects from one ally. Now the thing to be noted in this, that this has 0 cooldown and it costs 0 stamina to run the skill, so this is basically a very good removes all negative status effects from one ally. But I wouldn't recommend running this skill simply because there are better skills down, and nothing too special in the first and the third skill in the tier 1, so I'm just not going to read it as to waste time. Moving on, we have and tier 2, we have Hippomane, deals more special damage to all enemies, applies blind to all enemies, requires cooldown. Now this could be a useful move, but as a lot of monsters have tough, hardened, etc., so I wouldn't recommend running this skill because blind to all enemies is most likely not going to work. Moving on, we have Stramonium, removes all negative effects from one ally, applies life regeneration to one ally, applies sprint process to one ally. Now this is purely a supportive skill and you could run this skill. Moving on, we have Econometum, disables trait on one enemy, applies poison to all enemy. Now this is also a very good skill. It disables the trait on one enemy, applies poison, but I wouldn't recommend this skill because there are simply better skills down in tier 3. For tier 3, we have Agrantina. I'm really sorry, I'm just butchering all of the names here. So these are all flowers names. I just googled them and I kind of wanted to search about their pronunciations as well, but it was simply taking too long and I had to make this video for you all. So I'm really sorry if I'm butchering all of the names, but I'm just gonna go through the skills and recommend them, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm sorry again. Deals more special damage to one enemy, applies total blind to one enemy, applies blind to all enemies. So this Agaratina skill is very good because it deals, first of all, it deals more special damage to one enemy. This is a 40 damage single attack, applies total blind also, and applies blind to all enemies. Now this is why I wouldn't recommend running Hippomane, because There's simply a better skill available in skills group 3. Then we have Turmeric, applies damage boost to all the allies and applies precision. Then we have Turmeric, applies damage boost to all of the allies and applies precision to all of the allies. This is also a supportive buffs type of skill, and it depends on you, which you can simply switch around upon the situation. Now skills do not cost 20 gems to be switched around, so this is very good. If you want to go switch around with the situation, you could always run this skill or the other skills this monster has available. Then we have Rickness. Deals more special damage to all enemies, removes positive status effect from all enemies, disables traits on all enemies. Oh my god, this is basically Ingenica's skill but with the more add bonuses, I would call them. Removes all the positive status effects, meaning that will get rid of Megaton, it will get rid of evasion, it can get rid of all of the shields that the enemy has put up. So this is a very good skill. This is a must-have skill, and this is the skill that makes this monster special. This removes positive status effects and disables trait as well, so meaning traits like tough, hard, and etc will all be removed. Now remember, this won't work on area dodge because area dodge protects you from skills that are AoE in nature, so this won't work. Now the thing is that if you get this monster beyond the rank 0 mark and you unlock another skill that is unlocked at a higher level, you'll be able to access a better version of the skill, which we'll come to in tier 4. So we have the first skill for tier 4. We have applies double damage to one ally, applies true vision, gives 1 extra turn to itself, requires cooldown. So this is basically the chamomile skill. This is also a pretty good skill if you do not want to run the skill that was available of the Turmeric, which applies damage boost to all allies, applies precision. This can be your go-to skill, and this is a pretty good skill as well. Then we have Nerium Oleander, applies pierce to itself, removes positive status effects from one enemy, disables trait from one enemy, removes pierce from itself. Now this is the skill that is basically a Megaton remover skill that most of the monsters that have come up that are in the denier category or are in the supportive category have been shown to have skills that can remove the Megaton ability. As you all know, Megaton has been ruling the game for quite some time, ever since Dundra was released. So yeah, now they are trying to basically nerf the Megaton skill, which I think is not that great because a lot of people spend a lot of money on the Megaton skill, but that is a social point, and that's what we have been seeing from the VIPs to the Nemesis to the more newer monsters as well. So I guess this is necessary to bring change and do not bring stagnancy, I could say, in the high PvP leagues. Moving on, we have Ignatia. It removes all negative status effects from all allies, applies torture immunity to all allies, applies immunity to control to all allies. Now, if you manage to unlock this skill, I would definitely recommend running this skill as well. Then we have Abras Precatorius. I am really sorry about the names once again, but you'll have to bear with me. Deals more special damage to one enemy, removes positive status effects from one enemy, removes positive status effects from all enemies, disables traits on all enemies. Now, this is the skill that I was talking about when we were talking about the skill Rickness, whatever that is. Now, this skill, Abras Precatorius, is a skill that you could run to basically bypass the monsters with the area dodge trait. Now, this is also a very good skill, and if you manage to get this monster at rank 5, I believe this will open at rank 5 because the first skill opens at rank 1 at level 105, which is rank 1, then rank 2, then rank 3, and rank 4. So I guess this will unlock at level 120 if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what is down to my understanding. So yeah, that is it for Wickah's normal skills. Then we have the ultimate, which is also very good. Ultimate, yeah, if you get it, definitely you should run it. It is the 3 of death, deals heavy nature damage to all enemies, applies mega possession, and all enemies will die after 3 turns. So this is basically a finish all game ender type of ultimate, and I really like it, and that's what ultimate should be. They should give you a huge advantage because they have a very low chance of triggering. Now, I would be recommending you all of the skills when at rank 0, and I will also be recommending the skill you should run if you manage to get this monster at a higher rank, which is rank 5 or rank 4, whenever all the skills unlock. Now for rank 0, I would recommend running first of all Rickness or Ricinus, whatever that skill is. Definitely you should run that if you haven't unlocked the skill that unlocks in rank 4. Then we have Turmeric, applies damage boost, applies precision to all allies. This could be a very good supportive skill. Then we have Total Blind, applies blind to all enemies. This is also recommended. So basically all of the tier 3 skills. And then You could run Econotum, or you could run what's that? Yeah, you would recommend. I would recommend running all of the tier 3 skills and the last one of the tier 2 skills, which is Econotum. Disables straight on one enemy, applies poison to all enemies. Excuse me. And yeah, that's it. And if you manage to somehow get this monster at rank 4, which is pretty hard considering the fact that this monster is a Forsaken monster, and Forsaken monsters cannot be ranked up via Elementium or Elemental Cells or any of the other normal ways. You only have to get their cells, much like the War Masters. So yeah, that's a downside to these type of monsters. And then yeah, that's it. And I was just talking about the tier 4 skills, so I would definitely recommend running the last skill, Abra Pectorius, because this is a very good skill and a crucial skill, and that is basically what this monster is, destined to do. So yeah, that is it. And then I would recommend Eknika, removes all negative status effect from all allies, applies sorcery immunity to all allies, applies spiritual. Yeah, basically for if you all manage to unlock all of the skills, run all of the tier 4 skills, and that is what this monster can really do. So yeah, that's it for my analysis / sneak peek on Wickah. Hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And yeah, thank you for all of the support that you have shown me in these past few months. I really appreciate it. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.